You mentioned Rwanda a couple of times, and I know you guys are working really closely with the government there. Can you talk about that campaign and all the work you guys are doing, especially with the Rwanda country and all the work you guys are doing there?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Devin talked about, a single bridge has a pretty complex supply chain, and it's a pretty complex construction project, but it's pretty standardized as it means like it's not like we're coming to you guys and every single structure has a lot of unique engineering. And so over the first, period of Bridges to Prosperity's, life, we really thought about it one bridge at a time. We'd build many in a year, but it was like procure one at a time, only really bring in as many materials as made sense to that next year or two budget. And we really started to say, well, wow, these bridges have a huge impact on communities. But if we build at this pace, we're literally going to be building bridges for 2,000 years before we actually meet the global need. And just imagine that. That's, backwards. So we had to restructure our model. And Rwanda was the first opportunity for us to really play that out. As opposed to doing one bridge at a time or even 10 in a year, we went to the Rwandan national government and said, hey, let's build a coalition together. Ministry of Works and Transport, Ministries of Finance, Ministries of Local Planning, all of the district leaders, the mayors, if you will. Let's come together and discuss what would it look like to actually solve the problem of rural isolation for the entire country. And that's not a short conversation. That's a multi-year conversation that takes asking in a question and an answer of how many bridges do we need, which ones are the most important, where are they, how much would they cost, which, Bridges to Prosperity aspires to get more quick at. But we were there, part and parcel in partnership with the government in Rwanda to get to the point where we said there's over 1 million people just in Rwanda that we could connect in 5 years. And we could do that through about 300 trail bridges. The cost will be $28 million in total. Government of Rwanda, what are you able to put into the bucket? And how much does Bridges to Prosperity need to go raise? And we were very proud that in those negotiations, the government partners were saying this is a huge priority. This has been proven to be a really effective development strategy and something that we have the interest to put money into. So they put 40%, which is phenomenal. Wow. Meanwhile, we said, well, we can't go just overnight raise $16 million. Devin's good, but maybe not that good. And so what we need to do is figure out a way to tease that up, both in terms of how much money we bring into the country, as well as our operation going from 5, 10, 20 bridges a year into 30, 50, 70 per year to be able to really meet this need. We launched the program in July of 2019 and are having quite a bit of success up until when COVID hit, which, like most businesses, it created a little bit of a rumble, which I'm happy to talk about if that's interesting. But we're just on track, a little bit behind schedule, but super excited to help Rwanda become the first country that is really fully connected and being a small part of that.